Hi, we're Beth and Brian, and we bought a fixer house in the Sicilian countryside, not that far from Noto. And we hope you'll join us as we meet our neighbors, fix up the house, learn about Sicilian cuisine, and explore our new surroundings. We're going to have a great time. Andiamo! Since we bought our little farmhouse, we've been fascinated by this castle up on the hill.
Straight cruising, headed for bruising.
Our realtor told us that it was an old monastery, and I Googled it, and there wasn't much information about it, but I did find this guy who had led a group of walkers up there, and I contacted him. And he told me that it was an old Spanish fort, which, I don't know, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's built halfway up a hill.
You can rest your head where you're going. Brightness looks big where you're going. Truth cannot be hid.
So on a beautiful Sunday morning, we decided to go for a walk and check it out for ourselves.
Easy now, you gotta get going. Easy now.
It was an awesome walk, maybe a mile, a couple of kilometers, beautiful. We really enjoyed it. And then when we got to the top of the hill and came around the corner, someone was waiting for us. In the US, you wouldn't expect to receive a warm reception, but this guy was really happy to see us. He invited us in for coffee, he showed us around his farm, we met his puppies, and then, if that wasn't enough, his son, who was there for Sunday lunch, took us up to the castle. Unfortunately, the backside of the castle was nothing to write home about. Abandoned, kind of falling apart, sad. But it did have this gorgeous pink door. And we got to meet this great new family that treated us like neighbors, took our phone numbers, were happy to communicate with us using our phones. It was amazing. We also had the pleasure this week of babysitting a friend's dog. Pablo is his name. Inside the house, sweet, happy, gentle. But whenever we needed to get him back inside... Good boy. Let's go in the yard, though. Come on. You... Pablo, come on. Enough fun and games. Let's go. He's such an asshole.
Do what I want.
And I also took the beast out and moved some dirt around this week. If you haven't seen our videos before, we're taking those old limestone blocks and we're repurposing them into a terrace, and this is where the terrace is going to go. Good boy. Good boy, Pablo. Good boy. And we're using all the old rocks we've dug up from around the yard to create a pseudo foundation for the terrace. And I have to admit, after a long day of terrorizing the neighbors' dogs and stealing our shoes and hiding them out in the street, Pablo could actually be pretty good. But I don't think we're ready for a dog yet.
Boy, gosh. Huh?
We also got to work digging out a new walkway from the house down to the terrace. So one morning when I was out playing with the drone, Massimo came by, and I told him we'd gone for a walk to the castle. And I went on to tell him that we met our neighbors and we really liked them, and he said, yeah, they're great people. And then he went on to tell me the history of the castle. He said back 400 or 500 years ago, it was owned by the Ortini family, and they were essentially feudal lords, and they owned thousands of hectares around the castle. And the people who protected him lived in the castle. So it was like a little mini fort of sorts, but not really. And then we played around with the camera a little bit. I wish the drone had sound, but then he had Beth and I follow him over to his farm, and he loaded us up with some vegetables. What a cool guy. Beth's Zen time is yoga, and she's gotten really good at it. My Zen time has become pruning olive trees. I know that sounds crazy, but I absolutely love it. I've learned from Massimo Sanandrea, I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and basically, when you're pruning an olive tree, you have to take out the inside branches so all the outer leaves get a lot of sun, because that's where olives come from. Not the inside of the tree, the outside of the tree. So I'm working on that. I'm still a little timid. I don't want to cut too much, but at the same time, I can see a big difference, and we'll see what happens with the harvest this year. And then to wind up the week, Beth and I got to work bringing back to life another probably 300-400-year olive tree. And I think this one came out even better than the last one.
I'll be saved by rock and roll. You can take my money, steal my car and sell my clothes. You can take the shoes I'm in, go on and take everything. You can have about everything I own. Just leave that old piano, maybe a chair, so I can sit down there and play when I'm old. Take all these things I know, even take the telephone. I heard it said so long ago. Well, I'll be saved by rock and roll. Well, I'll be playing in that band.
So thank you all very much for watching. We both really appreciate all of your comments and support, and we'll see you again next week. Ciao.
It'll shake us by our soul, and we praise that night.